The same way
feel how you want to feel, man.
I don't like drill.
Yeah.
Because
it's another topic as well.
yeah, I don't like drill because it's too negative and it makes you
So you have a similar mindset to ZZ Mills as well when she had the interview with Lowsky about drill, like how it has a negative impact.
Yeah, like I said, she has some good things to say. She does have some good things to say, but she's stupid me anyway.
No, but I disagree with what Lowsky was saying in the interview. Violence is happening anyway, but yeah, continue.
Go.
I'm sorry. All I saw was one clip. He said something about entertainment purposes, and I was just like, close your mouth.
But that's a fact, though. That's a fact. So like a lot of rappers are actually doing it for entertainment, man.
As entertainment.
Because he said it sells, it makes money. That's how he's got a career.
So he's gonna profit off the back of promoting violence. That's money is.
No, but he's saying it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Necessary.
To him, yeah. That's how he's living. That's how he's gonna get out the hood eventually, man. He'll be good.
It's selfish. It's selfish.
It's not. But then again, it's
selfish.
But a lot of people are selfish. These white men in offices, they're all selfish. They just want money. These cigarette companies, do they care? They don't care.
Does that make it okay?
But it's not okay. It's not. But it's
okay.
It's what he wants to do. It makes money. It's what sells, isn't it?
Money. Okay, cool. That's
but
exactly
to be honest,
mindset that Lani had. That's exactly the mindset that.
No.
It does go back. It goes back to the point. It goes back to the point.
The thing is with Lowsky, it's not his.
But
the thing is, it's not his problem though. How other people are impacted.
It's not his problem.
That's not his. Because the thing is,
So you're allowed to take money from these people.
No, but the thing what I'm saying,
yeah. Putting out there into the world.
But what I'm saying, yeah, if you play a game, yeah, and it's violent, like if somebody plays the game, if I'm calm, I can play GTA and it's calm. Someone else can play it and then they can go crazy. But that's not the fault of the developer. That's not the fault of the company.
So you don't think they should take into account how these things impact people?
Well, it's entertainment, but it's the problem for not being able to filter out this is entertainment. That's the problem.
The way that they negate that negative impact is by putting age limits on games. What are you putting on music? Nothing. So you have 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds growing up listening to this violent music, now thinking that this is how they got to act.
But you say it does have a parental advisory sticker on it.
Let me finish, yeah? Parental advisory doesn't mean anything though. Come on. That's like saying PG.
But back in the day,
everyone listens to PG.
You know back in
the day. No, but in the cinema it does. In the cinema it does. It does because they do ID check you.
The only way you can.
It would be verified.
No, but that's age certification.
Sorry, go on.
You know, back in the day, yeah, when everyone used to buy CDs.
Yeah.
I'm actually this is serious. Could you walk in as like, do you ever get ID check? Did you ever get ID check to buy CDs before?
No.
You never got ID check?
I'm probably sure if
so
you were
I didn't get that many
CDs
to be honest.
If you're underage, but there's no on music, there's no age on it. It's just parental advisory.
Yeah, no, but
doesn't mean you can't listen to it.
Yeah, but then imagine someone flipping 10-year-old going in buying like the massacre or something, bro. You can't. How can you allow that?
You're 10. Do you know how malleable you are when you are young? And kids have access to everything these days.
It's true, but I don't think it's the fault of Lowsky. I think it's maybe the management. Because the thing is, like, he's.
What do you mean?
Stop backing him. Stop backing him.
What do you mean?
But it's not just him. So this is all drill artists you're speaking to.
Yes, every single one of them. There are kids growing up listening to this music and that have greater access to this music than we had access to music when we were young. So this.
What do you mean? But violent music has existed forever, though.
Let me finish. Yeah. So the same way we had limited access to music when we was young. Yes, the music was still out there, but you can't listen to it as well, as much as, and to the same degree as kids can now. You were going to school with your little brick phone with like 4 songs on there.
True.
To get it. There's only 4 songs you can listen to, so you pick your 4 favorite. It's probably not going to be like a drill song or whatever the equivalent was when we were young.
But how do you know it won't be a drill song? It might be a drill. It might all be drill. It might all be 4. All 4 songs might be drill, isn't it?
Versus, okay, cool. 4 drill songs versus a whole YouTube full of it. Come on, it's still incomparable.
But what does that have to do with Lowsky? Just because the music are more accessible.
He has, oh my god.
Music being more accessible doesn't mean.
Celebrity, right?
Yeah.
You have a duty to care to your listeners. Know what you are putting out there.
Yeah.
And it needs to be positive.
No.
I take that back.
I think wait, hold on, let me 1 second before you speak. Yeah, what? So are you gonna before you say your point, yeah, you're gonna say Like,
no, I took it back, so don't even ask me about that. I took that right.
I'm the same what? So you're just gonna say like be truthful, don't perceive it to be something it isn't.
So he's promoting something for entertainment purposes that he's not even doing. Not realizing that these kids are gonna internalize this behavior. And now,
but I feel there's a lot of rappers that are glorifying us
can I
in the music, innit?
But yeah,
you can land. Let me let you land.
Let me land, yeah. Right now, I'm just hovering above the earth.
Don't worry, man.
Let's go.
He first building a runway. Don't worry, man.
People are growing up listening to this and they're internalizing that behavior.
Yeah.
When kids are young, they are malleable. So when they're listening to their favorite rapper and whatever, they're not thinking, oh yeah, but he's not actually doing this.
Yeah.
That's not what they're thinking. Because when they now get into an altercation and they're so used to they're so used to that aggression being brought out of them, they're gonna react without a second thought. They're gonna react without a second thought. If you're always listening to ching man up, and stab man and this man, when you get into an altercation yourself,
wait, so what?
you're gonna be acting.
So what do you want?
This is
what do you want him to do? What do you actually want Lowsky
Why
to
are
do?
you online screaming about chinging this person and stabbing this person? Are you proud of it?
You know what? No.
Bro, this music has existed forever. Like, if you look at hip hop, anyway, it's always been violent.
You have to think about how times have changed. You have to think about how times have changed. And you have to think about...
Well, this is a mad
You have to think about the growing generation that has access to what you are putting out there. We can't keep walking around thinking only about myself and only about my pocket. You have to think about others.
Yeah, but
because
that's not
all you're doing is fucking up everything for the younger generation. And you wonder why they're so violent and everyone's just stabbing each other. No one's fighting with fists anymore.
But the thing is, violence has always existed. Violence has always existed.
Violence has always been the same. When was the last time you heard about someone having a fist fight? Every day it's everyone stabbing each other.
But people were getting stabbed 10 years ago, 20 years ago.
When was the
Nothing's
last time you
changed.
heard about someone having a fist fight? Everyone is just stabbing each other.
People have fist fights, yeah.
Times
You don't hear about fist fights. That's the problem. You don't hear about fist fights.
But you would have heard about stabbing before if it was happening as prevalent as it's happening these days. Every day someone shot, someone stabbed, someone's whatever.
But it was even worse back then. It's not any worse now.
Yeah,
it's just that now it's just,
like
it's just advertised more because of social media. But back then it was, if you look at 2005, 2006, 2007, in areas of South London, East London, like everywhere, it was still bad. It was even worse.
It just wasn't being documented.
It was even worse. Like even Brixton back then was even...
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Obviously, it's going to have an impact because it's being put out there, whether it's positive or negative. There's obviously going to be an impact there. If I put out any form of entertainment, there's obviously going to have like some kind of influence. But I mean, like he's just expressing himself. I feel like he has the freedom to express himself how he wants to. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I feel like, yeah?
It's like if I make a film, I can't be thinking about what other people's thoughts are going to be in it.
Well, you have to because of the people that are going to be putting money in your pocket. And this is what people seem to forget.
But I don't care who's putting money in my pocket,
don't care.
man.
Okay, so why are you putting things out there? These are people that are paying you.
No, because I'm.
People that are paying you.
No, because I'm.
This is why some people just need to stay out the limelight. If you don't care about your fans and you're gonna sit here and you're gonna talk shit on them, I don't care about what happens to you. I don't care about how my stuff impacts you. Don't put your shit online.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to express my vision, and that's it. Like however people want to perceive that, that's up to them. I'm just trying to tell my story, and I don't even care about the industry because they don't care about me, innit? So I'm gonna go down my own lane, innit? No matter how hard or long that road is.
And no matter what impact that has on anyone.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to tell the story, innit? Like if I can.
Care? Why should Yaz care?
I can't speak for them. Like they can only speak for themselves.
Your question was in regards to them. Why should they care?
About what? About what?
Why should they care that they come up of the fact that you drew out someone's baby father? Why should she care?
Because that's a clout thing. They're just doing it for clout. They're just doing it for...
It's money. She's expressing herself. That's why she went into music.
Is it really money? Like how much money is she really getting?
Well, that's what she thinks she's going to get. She thinks she's going to get money from it. She thinks she's going to get paid off making music. They don't actually realise the reality is you're not going to make money off it because you're not getting money from those things. You're getting money from the endorsements you get from those things. So, but again, how much money
that's
can
just
you make
as you said,
glorifying violence because brands are not going to want to work with you.
I feel like that's changed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely changed.
Who besides like J1 had that whole collaboration with.
Oh, but that's what I was about to say. That's that.
He's not one of those guys.
That's the same thing still.
Out of these lot having those kind of endorsements, those big endorsements.
But again,
fam, sometimes you just gotta stay in your lane, man. That's it. You just gotta stay in your lane. Like if that's the department that you're in, stay in that department.
What type of endorsements?
Endorsement does make you big money. Because that's where the money is, really.
I can't think of really any artists that have. Hold on. Oh yeah, wait. No, I'm just trying. Let me just go through the list. Let me just think. H, nah, he doesn't chat about that stuff still.
He doesn't, so he will. Get them.
No, let me just think. Hold on. No, please, let me just think.
But, oh man, J1 was a bad. J1 is trash anyway, so that's that's not a good thing though.
Oh Lord Jesus!
They're not blowing like the likes of Stormzy do because
Stormzy
did it, but he did it in whose hand he endorsement though?
Oh, what was he gonna?
Yeah, I was talking about endorsement those. No, you have Skepta. Skepta's got one. Skepta's got endorsement those.
Skepta doesn't just talk about Chinging Man Up.
No, but none of them just talk about that though. No, I'm saying none of them just talk about that. Just talk about that.
Majoritively. Okay, cool. See someone like Stormzy, yeah?
Yeah.
He has his moments in music.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But the positivity that he puts out
outweighs
the
negativity. Yeah.
But they are just negativity.
You're saying now the outlook. The outlook on the artist.
No, I'm talking about the content of what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, but it's the outlook though.
What do you mean?
Because Skepta, yeah, he'll have tracks where he's chatting like that, yeah. But if someone thinks about Skepta, that's not what they think of.
Yeah.
It's the outlook of the artist.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, but as a drill artist, that's just what.
No, but if you heard Lowsky's recent album, there's more substance to it than just to, Ching Man down, innit? So there's obviously layers to it.
That's great.
There's layers. It's not just one dimension.
There's layers still.
If you are predominantly advocating for this violent behaviour, what negative impact do you think that's going to have? And that's just what people need to take into consideration, because they might think twice before putting it out there. Even though it is your expression, yes, I understand it. You have the right to express how you feel, but when you're making these things up for entertainment purposes, now what you're doing is just mad.
Wait, so do you think drill should be banned?
No. If you're expressing your life, that's what's happened.
Yeah, that's
you have the right to talk about it, but talk about it with a more positive light.
How do you mean?
I don't know how the hell they're gonna do it. I don't even think this is a possible thing. But there's a difference between saying, this was my life that I had to live and I had to ching man up to survive. And ching man down because I must ching him down because he looked at me wrong. There's a difference between those two subjects. Both of them are his life, but it's the way in which he's putting it out there. That's my thing. Because the way you're saying it is with no remorse.
Well, with the kids
when
though.
I listen to these songs, man saying, what's it? We danced with skates and we did. And I'm just like, what the fuck? We don't dance, we dance with skates. Right, raw, shit, okay. Fuck.
Oh yeah, what's it? Only we don't dance. Wait, hold on, no.
I don't know what the words are, but that's what I hear when I hear this song. And I'm just like,
but the thing
this is what you're promoting. And the guys are in the race.
But do you think people saying this, do you think they're gonna stop though?
Huh?
I feel like
if people continue to listen to it, what's gonna make?
That's what I was just about to say. I feel like too much success has come off of it for it to end.
Because that's what sells.
No, like you said earlier, yeah, there's a silver lining to everything, yeah. I feel like the young people, it's
for them. It's putting money in their pocket. That's the silver lining. What silver lining is there for society?
There is still a silver lining to society. You know why? Because they still, even as negative as the music is, other artists come up off of it. And then they make it out of that situation.
Silver lining for one person. I said for society.
But there's so many though. That's why you could say it's a society thing though.
It's not a society thing.
Even
not one person in society. Society as a whole.
But there's so many people that is becoming that. No, but there's so many people that have come out of the situation from it.
To put out more bullshit and more nonsense. I'm talking about, okay, cool. If I ask you the same thing about Stormzy.
Yeah, oh yeah, big up Stormzy, man.
Yeah,
Guy's a legend.
You didn't have that same response a second ago.
What do you mean?
What benefits
No, he did.
society?
Who, Stormzy?
No. About the rest of them. What you had a positive thing. The positive
Hear-
thing just came out.
hear
your
what I'm
mouth
saying?
there. What is it still? What?
But a lot of people
Hear what I'm saying,
probably a lot of people in Kennington and that area there, they probably think that they probably highly regard Lowsky as well, innit?
Yeah.
As like just coming out of the hood, being successful and that. So
No,
they're
that's-
probably
that's-
seeing that
that's a him-
success.
That's a one person success. That's a one person.
No, it's a
silver
few
lining.
people
Yeah,
though.
it's a few
Yeah, of
people
course
as
it
well.
might influence them to what?
To
be
start
around.
rapping and get money in it, like legally
Off the
legally
back.
though, legally,
Okay,
yeah,
to go into legal things.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think about someone like Stormzy, right?
Big up Stormzy.
When you think about the positive impact he's had on society,
Big up Stormzy.
you could say a lot of positive things.
Yeah.
No.
And you're gonna,
On society as a whole, on a whole, he puts out a very positive mindset, and he still has that. Yes, I can achieve. I can come up. But the
facts.
ways in which he influences people is
Big
in a
up
different
Stormzy,
way to how it's not. It is in a different way to how the others influence.
Yeah.
Because his is more of a united front as opposed to a singular front, which means society can come up as a whole. You're impacting society as a whole, as opposed to you're impacting one person to come up off the back of others. That's how I see it. Because that silver lining is a selfish silver lining. You're not thinking about society. You're saying fuck society. Let me talk my crud.
Yeah, but then does
Get
society
off-
care about
get
you
off
though?
the back, huh?
That's the same thing though. That's how a lot of them would see it.
Yeah, they
Does
don't care
society
about
care
you.
about them? That's something that you could also say.
Of course.
Yes, because you gotta think about where this music is stemming from anyway.
Yeah.
It comes from anger, innit?
Yeah, so why don't we just kill the root and not the leaf, innit? You get me?
No.
Cause that's what's contaminated. Cause the streets was that's what's contaminated, innit? It's just where the music's coming from, innit? So
Yeah.
when you clean that up, before you clean,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You're just doing things in reverse.
Yeah,
You're doing things backwards. That's why nothing's getting solved.
But we're too deep in it now. There's no. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, it's not drill will be
What
there.
I
drill-
would go back on though, I think you have to be honest, man. So many people are just liars because either they like it or they're scared or whatever. But let's be honest, drill has a negative impact. It's just obvious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
even
definitely.
if you're talking about the section of it, it definitely has a negative impact.
Sugarcoat or whatever, it has a negative impact.
I mean, you can see it
Definitely, it's not-
yourself.
I don't
though.
see anything positive from it. Like, as a whole, as a a wider thing, innit? But I feel for the individual.
Yeah, for the
like,
individual, yeah.
Yeah, for the individual and maybe the close people around them.
Yeah.
It'll benefit them, innit?
But
And
yeah.
then, yeah, but there's people that enjoy listening to the music that's not violent at all. Not violent at all. So it's like, I'm saying that, what you're saying that the music like negatively like affects people, there's also another group of people that listen to it, enjoy it, and they're not violent at all. It doesn't affect them, innit? So,
But it gives you that surge of adrenaline. Like, I tell you.
but that's
anytime
good.
I
Like,
listen
if
to
the
drill
music, if music
anytime I listen to drill music,
if you're getting an
I'm
emotion
gonna
out of
get-
when listening to music, that's a good thing.
When I
At
say
least you're
the,
getting an emotion. At least you're feeling something from listening to it.
I'd rather feel nothing than anger because when I step out my house now,
But I
I'm
don't-
gonna want to check someone down.
I just say, oh, you know what?
It's like they say, don't
But-
listen to certain music when
but
you're
there's-
driving. I'm one of them people. Don't play me certain music when I'm driving because I'll.
Like what though?
Okay, cool. Let's say, okay, if I listen to, okay, like I said, yeah, anytime I listen to drill music when I'm in the gym,
Okay.
because it gives me that surge of adrenaline,
See, so
For
it's
me
a
to
good
work.
thing. It's a good thing. See,
right?
so that's the
But
benefit of
imagine,
society.
I know how to listen to music in order to put the energies in the right place.
Yeah,
The kids don't know how to listen to music to put the energies in the right place.
but that's not
they
but that's
know
not your responsibility though. Like,
It's
that's
not your
not.
responsibility to give back to society.
No, that is true. No, but
that's not your
that's definitely true though. It isn't your responsibility.
Yeah.
Because everyone has, because there's always music
You have
for a
to-
certain type of thing. That's a
Exactly.
fact.
I just feel
Like
you
if next
you have to be
next man
mindful.
does something mad, then what does that? I can't control that. I'm not God. I'm not God. I can't do anything. I can't do anything.
You are partially responsible for that
Yeah.
reaction because they're listening to your music. So you should feel some type of way about it.
But how do you know it's that though? How do you know it's that specifically?
Okay, like I said, I listen to it when I'm in the gym, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. So if I was walking down the road, my reaction, okay, cool. I'm walking down the road and someone approaches me on a crowd. They're mad, they're angry, whatever. Now, if I'm walking down the road and just imagine I might just look at him like, okay, and I'm going to float off. Because that's how that music makes me feel. If I'm listening to some trap music now, and they're telling me, fuck this man and this man and ching this man, ching that man, and that person approaches me on a crud, he's going to get crud back. Because that's now the mood that I am in. Music, what's that word? Music, it evokes emotion, positive or negative. Yeah. I would not want to be around people that are happy putting out music that evokes negative emotions of people to make money off the back of them. That's just me. And I feel like that's just because I have a certain level of morals.
Yeah, but I don't feel like there's enough evidence to support the fact that all these violent incidents are happening because of it solely that.
Yeah, no.
You get me? Because it can contribute, but there's a lot of other things that's contributing too.
Of course, but nothing happens solely because of anything. So
yeah.
Truly, that's not.
It's about
It is, because if you're blaming it,
everything is a combination of things.
Yeah.
We are saying it has a negative impact. We are not saying it has the cause. This is the cause of the negativity. It has a negative impact. So do you want to be the person that has a negative impact on society, or do you want to be the person that has a positive impact on society? That's the question.
But you know, what's going to end up happening?
Evil, man.
The thing is, what's going to end up happening is that Lowsky, for example, he's just going to evolve as an artist over time, innit? So his music will just change. Like, it'll just, because as he grows, as he gets older, he'll just...
He's very happy to me in that interview with a little bit of him that I saw him have. He seemed very happy putting out that into the world. He's done talking about his life. He's not just doing it for entertainment purposes. He's decided he wants to be the person that doesn't really care what he puts out into the world as long as he can make money off it. That is not something.
But you say this goes for a lot of artists, though. Like if you think about it, they're just in it for the money too, no matter if it's positive or negative.
That's
exactly like you're saying, the Yaz girl and the Nani. They don't care. They just want to make money off it.
Like artists are just trying to make a top 20 record. They don't care if they like it or hate it. They're just trying to make it. They don't care what society thinks. Like the core fan base might not even like it, but they don't care if the white man up in Yorkshire buys the song. Yeah, they don't care. So
it's facts.
But already they have shown that they don't really care about society because of the things that they're out here doing.
None of them care about society, man.
They don't.
I don't think any of them do.
The way they was making their money that they're now talking about shows you have no care for society in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I'm not.
I think they're just a reflection of the society that they were living in. That's it.
100%.
Yeah, this is gonna create more than so.
This is why it's like it's not. I want to say it's not judgment. It is, but I understand where it comes from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I understand that if that's all you know, that's all you know, and that's how you've been grown. We can't expect you to do better unless you have the guidance and the willingness and the wanting to actually do better.
So what do you want to happen from this point forward though? Like what is it? Do you want them to stop talking that crowd? Do you want young people to stop listening? Like what is it? Because
they're not going to. There's no solution. There's actually no solution. In an ideal world, because it's not realistic to think this would happen, it would literally cut. It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be put out there. But then we are stopping people from getting up and making it out, because that's what they're making the music for, isn't it? To make it out.
Yeah.
That's why I said I understand it, but it doesn't make it okay, and it doesn't mean I have to agree with it. Because I don't. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. But I think even if drill was to be eradicated, there'll be something else. You know, it's just everything is just recycled, repackaged into something, innit?
That drill gives without having the vulgarity of it.
I think all of hip hop's vulgar though. To be honest, most of hip hop's vulgar. Innit?
That's where it came from, innit?
The whole genre.
It just came from because
the whole over-sexualization.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, and the drugs,
Because the hip hop just came from trauma, innit? Just trauma that we faced, and we're just expressing it through the music. So instead of they're not making the music to, let's jump in the studio to make a positive impact on society and jump around. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's personal expression. Yeah, exactly. And that's how they feel. So I'm like, I can't even say anything to that. Man. If that's how they feel, that's how they feel, isn't it?
But when you're changing,
it's like any creative, I can't tell a creative how to create. I can't tell a creative how to create, innit?
Of course, but I feel like if you're speaking about your life and the things that you've been through, go for it. But when you're creating it, you're making it up for entertainment purposes. That's just what. Yeah. That shouldn't be a form of entertainment. It shouldn't be. That's just.
The other question is, do you actually believe him?
Huh?
The other question is, what you have to answer is, do you believe him though? Do you actually believe that he's only making it for entertainment purposes? Because I can tell you that he isn't still.
That's what he said he was doing. So.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing. So it's just don't lie and say that. You would say no.
So what other purpose is there? If these are no longer things that he's done, what other reasons does?
He's talking about things that he has done. Talk about things that he has done.
But he's sitting there saying it's entertainment purposes.
Exactly. That's
But maybe he meant it in a way of just glorifying it in a way. So like, so when he says it's for entertainment, like, so say, okay, that's what he was doing, but maybe to not that extreme. You get me? So the way he speaks about it in the music, it was never to that extreme in reality. You get me? But saying in the music, it just comes off as just more entertaining. But maybe not Lowsky specifically.
I don't think they're thinking that deep.
Maybe overemphasizes.
Overemphasizes, yeah. Maybe not Lowsky.
I don't think they're thinking that. I don't think they're thinking that deep.
Yeah, but you do. When you make music, you kind of do. It's the same when we write a script.
No, they're glorifying it. I mean, they're making it extreme, but I feel like that's not what they're not going that deep when they're saying all of that. I don't think they're thinking that deep. I feel like he's only saying that, as in a thing of some of these rappers are fake, or to get the police off your back. It's one of those two things.
True. Yeah, because he was talking about characters, innit?
Yeah, some people lie. But I don't understand the desire to lie. Why would you lie that you are this type of person and that is not? So at the end of the day, you're not furthering this whole, because at the end of the day, you're not furthering the whole agenda as black people. You're hindering it. You're not furthering or improving the perception that people have of us. You're just feeding into it. Because at the end of the day, we're sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, Black Lives Matter, all of these things," and the first thing they're gonna say, "Yeah, but how can you scream Black Lives Matter when you guys are killing yourselves?"
Yeah.
And you're rapping about it as entertainment because it's fun, it's enjoyable. You like to listen how man ching.
But I can say I don't care what the white person thinks. You know what I mean? I don't care what they gotta say. Like
you kind of have to.
But why do I have to conform to their opinion?
You don't have to conform to their opinion.
Why should I care what they think about what I do and what I think, innit?
Because if you want to get somewhere, you have to. You have
but not
to.
Anymore. Not anymore. I don't feel.
It's their world.
I don't feel.
You still do. We're not there yet.
No, I don't think so. I think with that mentality, there's no way we can get there. Then.
But at the same time, the white people love to see it.
Play the game.
White people love to see it.
Yeah, I'd rather make my own.
They love to see it.
Yeah, but that's not for positive reasons.
Exactly though. But that's what I'm saying though. It's not for positive reasons, but they love to see it. So at the same time, what both of you two are actually saying, what both of you two are saying is true. Because you're saying, you don't need to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you just said, they're gonna give you your way through, but it's just to push their agenda anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just to push their agenda anyway, to further the point of, you see what we're saying?
Yep.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they are the people that control everything. So how can we...
Because violence is happening to all races and cultures, so they'll just stick anything on us for anything. So what's the point?
You do not care about what the white man thinks.
Yeah,
the white man controls everything. So if you want to get in and take over, you have to learn how to integrate.
I hear that.
You have to learn how to integrate. So you have to care. I hear
that, man. I hear that still. You do have to play to get to a certain point, innit? You do still.
We can't, at the end of the day, we don't have anything set up yet where we can say, like the Jewish man says, just go into your corner and do your thing. We don't have that corner yet.
Yeah.
You think we'll get the corner though?
We'll get the corner if we play it, right? 100%.
We do. Because if you look at people like Jay-Z, like I feel like that's already, it's a beacon of light to what
Do you think
we
he
can
got up there without having to conform to any white people?
I didn't say that, but like he's in a position where he's got more power now than he did before, innit? And he's had like such a positive influence on like a lot of black people now, innit? Like you've got people like Tyler Perry as well. So like these are just a few people, and it's only gonna grow, innit?
But
So
because they know how to play the game.
yeah, for sure, definitely. But like I feel like they've played the game so that the future generation don't have to.
You still have to play the game.
No, but that's what I'm
feel like
saying,
it's-
is that
You
they're
still
working
have to play the
towards.
game.
I definitely feel like it will be a long time before we don't have to play the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like it will be a long time.
Because they have control of everything. Everything. Because really and truly, everything that any black person has that they've gotten off the back of like a white person, let's say, and a white person has given it to them, given them an opportunity, those same people will take it away in a heartbeat if they say something too much. Because everything is controlled at the top.
But this is
by the white people.
Yeah, I hear that. But this is why you can't walk into that room then, where they got the control. This is why you gotta unify and stay amongst each other, because once you enter that room, you see the situation. You see the situation.
If I have to sit next to Lowsky and his brethren, and they're chatting their shit, I don't want to be here.
No, but you see the situation that Kevin Hart's in right now, innit? Like he's in a similar situation.
You say he looks compromised.
Yeah, because obviously the white man control, innit? Like he can't tell the jokes he wants to tell because of, as you said, like before, endorsements and deals and opportunities, innit? But then you got other people, like you say, like a Dave Chappelle, for example, like he's in a different world, innit? Where he can say these jokes and these things, innit? So it's not always necessary to walk in that room where they're giving you handouts, where you can just build the road on your own, innit? Obviously that grind is so much harder, yeah, but at the end of the day, you're just gonna be in a better place, man.
There's a certain level that you'll get to where you'll just kind of stop progressing.
I
Because
disagree.
they have control of everything at the top.
I disagree still, man.
I can't disagree, man, because I can't disagree with that.
They have control of
I
everything.
can't still.
I know about the corruption and the control of the industry. I
The
get it,
industry's
but
a
I
madness,
feel like-
Everyone says, a lot of black people say that Dave Chappelle is better than Kevin Hart. But Kevin Hart is bigger than Dave Chappelle. There's a level. You get capped.
But but what do you mean bigger though? Like, what do you, like, yeah, he's bigger, but
when
that's
Dave
not all
Chappelle
that
put
matters,
something up
fam.
on Netflix, for example,
Because I feel like
I'm talking about the size of you, how big you can get, how far you can get. That's
But I'm sure Dave Chappelle is fine, fam, because a lot of people saying that he's better, so that's good.
That doesn't negate my point.
That's good, that's
That
better for
does not
Dave.
negate my
You see,
point.
like, Kevin Hart's here stressed, why didn't they like my stand-up? Dave
listen,
Chappelle's out here laughing.
It doesn't negate my point. There is a certain level you get to where you get capped because they control everything at the top. And if everything is about making money and making the most money you can make,
Dave
wouldn't you
Chappelle
want
ain't
to be getting
capped,
to the
man. He's
top?
not capped out here. The amount of money that Netflix is giving him, he ain't capped, fam. He's actually doing well, man. He's doing real well. Even though Kevin Hart's obviously.
But is he a 1 in a million though?
Well, what do you mean?
Is he the rare case? Is that a rare case?
because I feel like you got other people as well, like in a similar vein, that is on that level as well. So that's saying the type of jokes he's saying, and that's very like brazen. So I feel it's rare, yeah. Obviously,
In
it's a
these
minority,
times now,
but
it is more likely that you will still progress telling those jokes. But we're talking about Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They didn't come up in that time. Do you get it?
Well, this
The
time
time
you're
that we're
saying now.
living in now.
Yeah.
Where you can get those, you can say what you want to say, and
You think now is the time you can say what you want
more
to
so
say?
now than before. Look at did you watch that thing of the Britain's Got Talent guy?
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's why. So you see, there was a guy that went on Britain's Got Talent, and he made a whole. They made a whole comedy sketch about all the Black Lives Matter things, and he was basically like, he made bad like little cheeky jokes towards white people and being Muslim and all these things. And there was a whole heap of issues, a whole heap of things put into Ofcom,
Yeah, Ofcom.
And they just negated it. They didn't care. So yes, you have more freedom of speech now.
Kevin Hart did get hit. He got hit with those tweets for the Oscars, innit? Remember he was supposed to host the Oscars?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he got hit with those tweets.
What tweets?
Homophobic tweets, that he made.
How long ago were those tweets?
Must have been 8 years ago or something. And he got hit. And then you have other people hosting Oscars, Golden Globes, and they said way worse things, innit?
But he's the black man.
No, because that's what I'm saying, that Kevin Hart was cherry-picked, innit? He was cherry-picked, so he can't be making these type of jokes that other comedians are making, innit? Because they chose him to be that guy. That's what I'm saying.
They picked their token black man.
Exactly.
Yeah, the token clout.
He was the one. He met the consensus. He ticked that box.
Yeah.
So he has to say what we want him to say. Yeah.
No, but it's true. No, I know what you're saying. Obviously, you know, the white man's at the top that's controlling. Yeah. You gotta play the game, innit? But if you're gonna play it, I feel like you should play it with the intention of just helping our own people, but not putting us down in the process.